Calvo has officially confirmed his intention to push for the recreational use of marijuana, saying that he would like to, quote, tax the heck out of it, end quote, and that recreational use of the drug would make more sense logistically and economically.
Let's not get half pregnant in something. We're going to get into this thing. We may as well call it what it is, and we do it the right way.
He had just vetoed a bill that would allow for home cultivation of marijuana and refused to put his signature on another bill that would allow for its medicinal use, instead letting it lapse into law. Turns out, as the governor acknowledged during a media interview today, that he is working with his team to push for the recreational use of marijuana.
Maybe there's a simpler way to do it, and that's what I've made public over these past several days. Then there's the other component, and it's the revenue generation that occurs as a result of the sale of marijuana.
The governor disclosed that he had met with the treasurer of the state of Colorado, where marijuana is now legal for recreational use. Through that meeting, the governor said he's learned that Colorado faced some challenges in going from medical to recreational. With that in mind, the governor emphasizes that GUAM has the potential to do it right.
It's much more difficult, medicinal to recreational, than it is from getting this thing legalized recreational and then putting in a medicinal purpose. I have my concerns on this thing. I really do. If I had my druthers, I don't know whether we should have taken this step on legalization of marijuana. But I also want to make sure once we're here, we got to do it right. And right now, I just don't see how we can, with the current rules and regulations in place, and with the resources that has been given to our administration.
The governor also pointed out that initial estimates put the cost of implementing the medical marijuana program at about $8 million, which is yet another unfunded mandate. Surely, even with a recreational legislation, it would cost some money to implement as well.
Sure. But one thing is evident in the United States, the regulation of it for medicinal purposes, and what that means in regards to the oversight from the areas of healthcare, and whether it's a prescription, whether it's referral, whether we use a card. I don't think that anyone would conflict with my statement saying that the regulation of it as for recreational purposes, there's already a regimen in place, not only for that in Guam for legal drugs, such as alcohol and tobacco, but there's also evidence in the states of the regulation of marijuana for recreational purposes.
With his somewhat unexpected push for recreational marijuana, we were curious to find out whether the governor had ever smoked the drug. Have you ever smoked marijuana yourself?
I'm 55 years old. I can tell you, I have never smoked marijuana as an elected public official. Okay. And I've been an elected public official for 15 years.
Okay.
But I am 55 years old.
Fair enough. All right, well, the governor said he is looking forward to working with the incoming legislature on legalizing recreational marijuana.